Hello and welcome to the first ever episode 4 of the Anime Chatcast. As always, it's me, Jacob, and I'm here with Mario. So today, we're going over 4 topics. You guys are used to it by now. We're going over our favourite Ghibli movies, our favourite voice actors, English and Japanese. We're going over our favourite animation studios, and then having a more in-depth discussion about anime movies in Western culture. So, let's get into it. Okay, so Mario.
Yeah.
Favorite Ghibli movies? Hit me with them.
Okay. So I got two. They're probably like the more mainstream like Ghibli movie. You know how there's like the ones that are really
you
well
got
known.
your classic weird ones.
Yeah, like Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle is one of them. And a really older one that they did was, I don't know how to say this name correctly. I think it's just was it Nausicaa Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind.
I have not seen that one.
Yeah, it's a really old movie. It's from, was it 1960? I'd like to say 60 something. I don't know. Quote me on that. 1964 or something.
Old school.
Really old school one. But a really good one. It's one of those just random anime I came across just when I was online. It was like, oh, I'll watch this one. I really liked it. Really enjoyed it. Obviously, it's a Studio Ghibli film, but...
I mean, Ghibli films are like the standard when it comes to animation just being absolutely superb. Like, that's one of the things you can always rely on for them.
I mean, for me, I'd say Spirited Away. Like, a lot of people said, oh, I love that anime. It's, just so good, so good, so good. It's okay. I think some of the other Studio Ghibli movies are a little bit better.
For sure.
Yeah, and I think maybe just, I guess because Spirited Away was more of a mainstream sort of thing, it was actually in the movies a lot.
I have Spirited Away on my list.
Yeah.
But that's more on a storytelling side than a...
Oh yeah, the storytelling is really nice. Like the way they've
animation.
Yeah, the way they've done it is really nice. But I just thought that maybe like Howl's Moving Castle was just a more magical sort of thing.
Yeah, it definitely had that otherworldly type of...
I like
to it.
It's a really, when I think about magic, I think of a really particular sort of magic, like ancient sort of like sorcery sort of magic, not just like the how do I explain Spirited Away? It's not. There's like one
Spirited
person.
Away is very.
It's more afterlife-y sort of stuff. It's not. It's some magic in it.
It's a very surrealist sort of heavenly magic.
Yeah,
you're sort of going for there. It's your spiritualism versus Howl's Moving Castle. You sort of have more of a mechanical human style of magic that you're going for. Whereas Spirited Away is a lot of, it's kind of in the name, it's spirits. It's that otherworldly essence that you're going for. That mythological aspect. Yeah.
And Nasuka of the the Valley of the Wind.
Valley of the Wind. Let's just go with that.
Let's go with that. That one's just literally about humans like killing these massive insects and that sort of jazz.
So
cool.
Super Troopers.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Nice.
Kind of, yeah. But really liked it. I don't know why I liked it. Maybe I'll probably do a review.
Just sort of drew you in?
It drew me in. There's something about it. I just really like watching it.
That'd be a really great idea for a series for the channel. Going back to things we like that we don't know why. Reviewing things in nostalgia. A nostalgia review.
A couple of the things.
We set it on video, so therefore it's ours. You can't take it.
In nostalgia review. That's actually a really nice one. Thank you, Jacob, for coming up.
I'm useful to the channel.
But yeah, at one point I would really like to do a series thing where it's just like for like a couple of weeks where we just do nothing but Studio Ghibli movie reviews. That would be great. And that would just be like this one playlist of just all the... That would be
very fun to edit.
Yeah. That'd be so long.
So good though. So I've already said one of mine. Spirited Away is one of my favourites. First Ghibli movie I saw, so it's pretty biased there. But I really like the storytelling. I've always liked the old mythology. And the sort of fable that it tells is very, very interesting. But aside from that, another mainstream one, Princess Mononoke. So beautiful, so intense. It's very gory, it's very dark, it's very like...
Which is why I don't really like it too much.
See, I love that because, as we've talked about many times, one of the beautiful things about anime is that it feels like the next step in animation as you get older. So that's what that movie felt like to me. It was it was like, wow, this is cartoons, but I'm not used to cartoon movies being so intense. The most intensity in a cartoon movie I ever felt was The Iron Giant, and I still cry when I think about that movie.
That's a really good movie.
Such a good movie.
If we weren't just like specific anime, like Japanese anime stuff, I'd love to do a review on it.
That would be sweet. And maybe we have a Western week.
Yeah.
This is where we're getting all our great ideas. This is a great podcast.
We could maybe just do a playlist of Western cartoons that we really enjoyed that are like on par with anime sort of stuff.
That would be interesting.
So yeah, I'd love to do an Iron Giant one.
Iron Giant would be sweet. I gotta really man up to watch that movie again because I cry every time. But yeah, Princess Mononoke just felt like the next step in sort of a maturity towards film and animation and what sort of stories can be told. And it is very confronting. It's very violent. The strong female lead as well. It was one of the first times I ever actually really liked the strong female lead. I feel like Hollywood does that very poorly.
Oh, yeah.
And Eastern culture, Japan, anime especially, does it very well. So I was pretty intrigued by that. But honestly, like, that's really where I fall with why I enjoy those movies. And also wolves. Wolves and hunting. I'm a sucker for wolves. Wolves are cool. That was pretty much the reason I got it. I'm like, this girl has a wolf friend. I'm going to watch this. And then it was really, really intense, and I wasn't ready for it at all.
She's got a wolf friend. I'm going to watch this.
Yeah, no, things went bad, but I love it. And it's so night and day to something like Spirited Away, which is so sweet, sort of unnervingly dark, but then it sort of comes around to all be okay in the end.
Yeah.
Mononoke, not so much.
No.
Oh, man. It's great. That's the thing with Ghibli movies. Like, between the animation and the storytelling is really on another level.
Yeah.
And I think that's why so many people are drawn to it, which is something we'll talk about with our later topic. Topic 4, keep on watching.
They make it look so easy, though, with the way they tell the stories, that all these other people are like, I could make a film like that. That's not too hard.
Yeah.
And then they fail, because they don't actually break down what makes the story good.
It's difficult, because a lot of Ghibli movies end up being like fables.
Yeah.
Little cautionary tales, or... Yeah. They're not really these epic, long-spanning things that most movies are. You've got these little, almost like life lessons within those movies.
Little tidbits.
Yeah. Things about acceptance and things about dealing with trauma, and it does really get heavy, and that's why I think these movies are great to show to a younger audience than you would feel necessary.
I think anime is just great for that, for social sort of stuff, like anxiety and depression. They actually focus on those sort of things, and some don't do a good job at actually bring ways to actually
there are some issues with how Eastern culture deals with mental health, and that's not our input, but it is definitely seen within anime.
Yeah. And
you see those occasional few where they deal with it well, and it's very, very nice.
Yeah, I like the messages that they bring across on those.
Other times, it can be a bit sketchy.
Yeah.
But we digress. This is about good, wholesome Ghibli movies. And they're still going.
Yes,
and all the things they've inspired, like Lupin.
Yeah, even with like the I forget what his name is. The main director, what's his name? Do we know him?
We know his name. His name is... Enter sound clip here. Oh my god, how can I forget this?
I forget it too, I don't know why. But
oh, we are the worst. I'm cutting this because from the last...
Well, no, but he said, he would retire and then
consistently
still make something.
Retiring.
Yeah, still make something. Retires, still make something. And then he teaches someone else how to make the same sort of movie.
I'm going to stop. And then he comes back.
Yeah.
He teaches his next generation. He goes, no, you're not doing it right. Let me show you
Let me show you how it's done. Let me...
like,
hold my beer. Let me show you how it's done, bro.
Will Studio Ghibli still really be able to have the same impact once he's gone?
Maybe not. Probably not. It depends. It depends on the people who follow him. I'm hoping that they follow some of his teachings, but not just like copy it completely. Sure. There's the fine line of just being like this. Let's just not change this. The way this was done. is the best. No, it's changing your methods.
No,
and, updating.
It needs to change. And again, that's a very Eastern culture thing where if it works, it remains the same.
Yeah.
New ideas don't necessarily come through. We see that a lot in video games. But Ghibli has essentially had a very classical style that has evolved. Like you've seen the taking on of new animation styles. So that's always been really interesting to me personally.
I think we've talked too much about this. I think we should go on to our next topic.
Next topic? Yeah, that makes sense.
We can talk about it more.
One of the things that really ties movies together, subtle segue, is the acting, specifically voice acting, especially in animation.